So we have a house. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another military wife day in the life. Today it is Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday. I really need to start figuring out what day of the week is before I start filming these videos. I do this every single time. But my name is Allison if you are new here, and today we are going to be going through my entire day. It is a weird Thursday. If you are not caught up on my military wife videos, I highly recommend watching some of them because it'll make a lot more sense what's going on in our lives right now. I will link a playlist right up here that'll have all the videos in it that you could see. Maybe it's up here. Whatever side it's on, it'll be up there. But this is actually being filmed pretty close to the last week in the life that has gone up. It's actually like 1 or 2 days after I finished filming it. Like I just finished editing it and it's going up to YouTube right now. So we are pretty back to back with these videos right now, and that's because we are leaving on a road trip pretty soon to get my husband Christian moved across the country. If you don't know, he is in the Marine Corps and he has some training over in California that I won't be there for. So we are driving across the entire country to do that for him. And before we do that, we are actually going to be visiting his parents' house one more time in Charlotte. I know we were there like every single weekend basically, but in this video I need to be packing for that trip. I also need to be getting our apartment together for that. And then what else was there? Oh, there's a lot of housing updates. A lot of stuff has happened since that last week in the life video went up. But before we get into any of that, my bedroom is in terrible shape. I need to do something about all of this. So before we get into all of the updates and the nitty-gritty of what the military is doing with our lives right now, I'm gonna tackle all of this and then we'll see where this day goes. All of that laundry is now done. The room is clean. It is a lot better. You can see the floor again. We have some laundry going into the washer and the dryer. And the only thing left from our big laundry pile are a couple of face masks. Weird times, man. And it is now 12:11, which means it is time for some lunch. Are you hungry for lunch too?
Huh?
Food?
What'd you say?
Food?
Sure.
Lunch is leftovers from dinner last night, which is fettuccine alfredo with some chicken and some little peas. But I'm gonna eat in here, do some stuff on the computer, boring things, kind of multitask, and honestly probably watch a YouTube video or two. I like to treat my lunch as like a lunch break kind of thing, and sometimes I like to work during it, sometimes I don't, so we'll see what we do today. Okay, now for housing updates. So I ended the last week in the life video very frustrated that I could not get a hold of housing on the phone. So that was not the right phone number. She's just pushing me to voicemail.
Your call has been forwarded to the...
I was trying to call them like 16 different times. I had gotten 3 different phone numbers to call. Like it was this whole thing, and like no one ever answered the phone in the video basically. And then I ended the vlog on Tuesday. And then later that day, I went and called housing again, like super randomly. Like I was making lunch or something and I was like, oh, this is gonna take like 5 minutes to cook. I'm gonna just call housing because she's probably not gonna answer because I haven't gotten anyone to answer the phone. And she surprisingly answered the phone, the lady who's in charge of our housing community. I've already explained this once before, but when you apply for housing, if there's multiple communities in the base that you're applying to, you can put your preferences for which ones you prefer. and we put 3 down, and then the third one that we had put down is the wait list we got added to. I think we were allowed to change that if we wanted to, but ultimately we were fine with that. We were fine with any of the 3 communities. They're all really similar. So we were added to a wait list for that one community specifically, and then there's one person within the housing office that is like the coordinator for that entire community, and that's like your contact person. And that person for us has changed like easily 5 times. Like no exaggeration, over the past 3 weeks, the person in charge of the community we are on the wait list for has changed 5 times. I don't know why. Maybe coronavirus, but I don't know. It's very bizarre. And then they at one point even offered us a house because they had mixed up our days, but we weren't allowed to accept it because you can't accept on-base housing unless it's 30 days before your orders say so. But it was way before that time. It was like 2 or 3 months before that, so we could not accept that. And so we've been just waiting for another phone call because that's how we thought it worked. We thought like you just wait and you get a phone call, because that's what happened with the first house. They just called my husband Christian and said like, hey, we have a house, do you want it? So we were just like waiting and waiting, and it never came. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start calling people because I am tired of waiting. We called the lady. It was like a 5-minute conversation, and she basically was like, oh yeah, you're number 2 on my list. We have like more than 2 houses. We can offer you a house. I will send you paperwork this week. So we have a house. Very exciting. We don't have like an actual address or like any paperwork or the lease yet. They said that they're going to send us some paperwork on how military base housing works and like give us the address for what house we're being offered, and then we'll look over that, tell them if we were cool with that, and then they'll send us the lease, and then we sign the lease. So that is update number 1. We should be getting the paperwork for the house within the next week, which is very exciting. Update number 2, we finally got the lease renewal for this apartment. So if you're behind on that, we also needed to be renewing the lease of the apartment we're currently in, but with the military, you're allowed to give like 30 days notice and break any lease if you have orders to. So we needed this apartment's lease to go a little bit longer, so we're actually fully renewing the lease, and we finally got that taken care of. So our lease is signed, and we have the lease now in this place for like I think 13 months more, but we'll be putting in like the military cancellation clause stuff right before I move out. And then the third and final update is that we are finally in the process of scheduling movers, which is like the biggest stressful part for me because Christian won't be here when the movers are coming, so I'm going to be doing all of that myself. We sent in my power of attorney, and Christian got that notarized, which basically says that I can like sign away to the movers like all of our stuff, and then I can accept it in California because Christian won't be there when we're moving in and he won't be here when I'm moving out. So that was a little bit stressful, but we have all of that like submitted online, and now we're just waiting to like hear back on how that's going to work out. But very, very good news on the housing front. The last vlog, I was super scatterbrained, very overwhelmed and stressed, and a lot of it had to do with so much being like up in the air. Like we were waiting on the lease for this apartment. We were waiting for housing to call us. We were waiting for all of that to be done before we could even think about applying for like the movers to come and get all of our stuff together. So that is taken care of. I feel a lot better, and I've been talking for forever. So that is the update of everything housing related. And I did want to show you guys one thing. We went to Target yesterday, and I am a diehard like have my nails painted girl. Like I normally always have a manicure done. I just feel more put together. I enjoy it, and I hate going to a nail salon, which is good for our wallet, but like doing your own manicures at home never really lasts that long. And I had the time, so I was honestly giving myself a manicure at home every like 4, 5, 6 days. I don't want to do at-home gel because I don't want the UV light. I hate dip powder. I hate anything like super strong on acrylic. Like it just destroys my nails, and I hate it. But I finally figured out that these like SE gel polishes, like the little twisty bottles, are called gel couture, but they're not real gel at all. You don't need the UV light. Like you just do step 1, step 2. So we are going to try this out today, and I'm very excited to see if it lasts longer, because online it says it'll make your manicure last 14 days. And like I don't need 14 days, but if I could get 7 days with no chips, I will be a happy camper. So I have the top coat, and then I also have this color in Fairy Tailor, which is like my favorite kind of like staple pink. This other one by Essie called Sugar Daddy is like pretty similar, like milky creamy pink, so that's what I like. It's a little bit sheer. So this is like the normal bottle of polish, and this is the gel couture. So more expensive. I will let you know if they are worth it. So I'm going to paint my nails for that. A video for YouTube is uploading in the background, so that is rocking and rolling, and I'm going to watch my favorite TV show of all time. I know MTV is terrible television, but The Challenge on MTV is my all-time favorite show. I've been watching it for like at least a decade at this point. I am obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. So we're gonna paint my nails while this goes on in the background, and then I will update you after on how they work. Okay, update on the nails. I'm a big fan of the color. We'll see if it actually holds up though. That will be the true test. It's a little bit later. It's now 4:15, so update time. Remember that time that I told you how we had some good news with housing and they sent us some paperwork and it like wasn't anything serious, but like it's like the right steps for us to be getting our house? They sent us the address. We have a house. And I'm double checking to make sure you can't see the address in the back of the video because that would be creepy if you knew where I lived. We are very excited. We're trying to figure out exactly which floor plan it is, and we're very excited. I am very excited. I think Christian's like mildly excited. I am very excited. I feel so much better knowing where we're living. So much better. And like, we haven't signed a lease or anything, but we have an address. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Also, it is like 4:15 and I am realizing that I have so much left to do. I'm referencing my sticky note of things to do for the day. Wanted to work out. We need to pack. That's the big thing. So we are going to Charlotte this weekend, Christian's parents' house. I need to really get my life together and really start packing, but I've been too excited. I've been looking at all the floor plans, all of the photos I can find online. I am very, very excited about this. It feels real now that we like actually have an address. Virginia has been good to us, but I just have a feeling California is gonna be really, really good to us. Okay, here's what my lists look like. Whenever they are this short of lists, I feel like I'm forgetting stuff, and hopefully I'm not really forgetting things and it's just actually a short list, but I guess we will find out. I think I'm gonna go start packing now. Update time as usual. There's been a change of plans with the military. Christian now has to be at work like all day tomorrow basically, so we're leaving I think probably closer to 5 or 6 p.m. tomorrow for his parents' house, which means I don't need to pack tonight, so I'm not doing that tonight. And I am gonna work out though. I do want to go for a run, but before I do that, I want to do a little bit of an arm workout because I've done a couple like lower body workouts earlier this week, and I want to do something for upper body too. And in my last week in my life video, I showed that this is what I was doing for workouts now. It was Mad Fit YouTube channel. You can see that I've queued up in my watch later playlist 3 videos. Well, there's a lot more, but I'm going to be doing these 3. So I have a 5-minute warm up, 10-minute toned arms with dumbbells, I believe, and then 20-minute abs and arms workout. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to go for a run. Okay, I procrastinated on working out far too long. Time to actually get dressed. Here is the outfit for the workout, kind of just whatever was left in my workout drawer because I desperately need to do some laundry. So let's put some shoes on and then go. Well, actually, am I gonna wear shoes? No, I'm not wearing shoes. We're gonna just start working out. Hey guys, it's the next day and I'm the worst. I forgot to end the vlog last night. Basically, we just had dinner. Well, we showered after our run, had dinner, watched The Americans, had some dessert, went to sleep. The next week in my life videos will start to be the travel vlogs. So you'll see, well actually I think there's gonna be just one travel vlog, but you'll see our road trip, however that works out. And then also, one more thing to note is that the Marines also changed things for us one more time. So our road trip is now cut 1 more day short, which is kind of sad. So we're only spending 1 night in Nashville now, and we were originally gonna spend 2, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna quit rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.